What's up? Y'all remember me? You should. But look, I've been a little under the weather, man. I ain't been feeling too good, but I'm shaking back. But right now, man, I was looking at Super Tight TV. Shout out to Bobo and Fat Pimp. And they was talking about a story about Pimp being at the airport. It was more to it, but it reminded me of a time I ain't spoke of. We was at the airport in Port Arthur. I had to hit my blood. Yeah. It's a messy situation. We was at the airport in Port Arthur, man. Pimp was dropping me off the Bentley. He was gonna hop on the plane, but he had too much luggage. And so the airport in Port Arthur is kind of tiny, you know what I'm saying? And they be tripping. But when we made it to the airport, we was cutting it close, but we had enough time. Now getting all the luggage and all that type of stuff, that kind of cut the time short. So when we made it to the check-in or whatever, the attendants, the majority of them, they was chilling. They was happy to see him. They was excited. They was having a good time. But it was one security guy and another guy that worked for the airline. They was tripping on Pimp. They was talking about he had too much luggage, this and that, this and that. So by the time it came down to it, boom, he was going to miss the flight. So they shut it down. So when they let him know he was going to be late, they wasn't, how could I say, they wasn't nice about it. They wasn't like, oh, our bad. They was almost like it's his fault for bringing too much luggage. And so they was telling him he could try to catch the next one, but he only gonna be able to take, you know what I'm saying, this, and that. Probably about 2-3 things or whatever. He had to put the rest back up. So by this time, they had chapped his hide, dog. Straight business. They really was fucking with him. By this time, he lost his cool. He told me to go put about 2, 3, 4 bags back in the truck, back in the car, and he was finna holler at them. Man, by the time I started going back to put the stuff in the car, he was going off on a motherfucking ass. And there was one security guard working with the flight agency or whatever, and he was trying to be, you know what I'm saying, John Wayne or whatever. So he trying to talk back and forward to Pimp. And man, I remember Pimp told that nigga, bitch ass nigga, I got a car outside worth more than your house. Yeah, nigga. And he like, bitch, come take a look at it. The dumbass security guard, man, started following Pimp out towards the car. And the car was parked on the curb. I think we was in the red Bentley or whatever. And I'm putting the luggage back in that motherfucker, and I got some doors open. You could see all that motherfucking beautiful ass Madrona wood. That motherfucking goldish brown looking interior, man. That shit was clean in the motherfucker. And the car was clean in the bitch. And Pimp went outside and started leaning on the car. He said, yeah, bitch, this car worth more than your house. And man, that white man standing up there talking about, what kind of car is that? What kind of car is that for you to say that? He like, bitch ass nigga, this is a motherfucking Bentley, nigga. This be $300,000-$400,000. You know what I mean? I bet you stay at a little shack, bitch. Yeah, you made me late. This and that, this and that, this and that. And so I'm kind of mad too because nigga, that nigga was finna hop on the plane and I was finna hop in the Bentley. I was gonna bust me a few corners, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, I was gonna bring that bitch home. Yeah, I was gonna bring it home. But I was gonna hit Guffway 1-2 ski tastes 1-2 times, you know what I'm talking about? I was gonna hit 365. Nigga, just put it like that. I was gonna take the long way home. But long story short, man, Pimp and that man went back and forward, you know what I'm saying? Intellectually, ignorantly, for damn near like 5-10 minutes till the dude started calling the cops. And I went and talked to the dude and I told him like, man, I don't know why you treated him, you know what I'm saying, all messed up. Like you could have told me, hey, he need to take these bags back, but he could take these on and got the man on the plane. But you made the man miss the flight, then you talking arrogant to him. That's the wrong nigga to talk arrogant to. But yeah, man, Pimp was putting diamonds all in that nigga face. He was shining like a motherfucker on that white man, cussing his ass out. And that stupid ass white man, whoever he was at that airport, he was available for it. He stood right there and listened to every last minute, man. And that's a Trill story, man. That boy almost got us locked up and shit. The cops came, but by the time they came, man, we was hopping in that motherfucker, pulling off slowly. Know what I'm talking about? Trill stories. Yeah, yo.